Hi students and hi NJCU campus. I'm Dr. Jennifer Mullan. I'm a psychologist here at NJCU's Counseling Center. I'm also the coordinator of the Peer Educating Peers program, and I teach some adjunct classes on campus, as well as co-facilitate the LGBT support group. Right now we are in my office in the Counseling Center, G-Sub 308, Suite 308, and we're located on the 3rd floor. This is where a lot of the magic happens behind the scenes. A lot of people don't realize that we have counseling here for free, included in your tuition. Good question. I would say that my favorite hero or heroine is, honestly, I'm going to say Angela Davis. I think she's pretty bad in a good way. I think that she stood for a lot in terms of freedom, women's lib, intersectionality, blackness, really standing up for the people. Yeah, there's a lot of rebel in her as well. And she's currently a professor doing really amazing big things. Well, on behalf of the Peer Educating Peers program, we are actually doing a few tables for Women's HERStory Month. We're also going to be having sort of like pop-up presentations. We're also going to be a part of Women's HERStory's grand opening. Some of the peer educators are going to be playing some important historical women figures throughout history and in character, so that's going to be really fun. And we also have one of our peer educators doing a spoken word piece for the grand opening. Well, Women's HERStory Month means to me inclusivity. We're talking about women, but not just women based on ovaries. We're talking about women based on identity, based on a sense of how people choose to identify. We're talking about the level of strength of women's voices, solidarity, as well as the work that we continue to do in our various movements to ensure that there is a lot of freedom and space for all people, not just women, but including women, to be able to have access instead of having all these disproportional numbers, inequalities, and a sense of not having freedom to speak out. Well, the Peer Educating Peers program has been in existence for over 25 years, believe it or not. I have been a part of PEP when I was an undergrad of NJCU, so I want to represent. PEP does a variety of presentations that are interactive. They're nationally certified and honored. They do various conferences all across the country. They present across various schools, other universities. We are very active in the community of Jersey City as well as on NJCU's campus. And we present on a variety of social issues, everywhere from sexual assault to stalking, drug and alcohol prevention and awareness, undoing racism, intersectionality. Right now the Peppers are headed off to Dr. O'Neill's health sciences class to talk about intersectionality within the health sciences. Another big component of PEP is working on themselves. So a lot of students that choose to come in and do the peer education work also participate in the Wednesday meetings, and that's 3 to 5 every Wednesday. And in those Wednesday meetings, that's where the real growth and the magic happens, where a lot of the students get to connect with one another, talk about issues that are universal to all students and all people in their 20s and 30s, as well as share some things that are happening in their home environments and that have happened in their past that have affected who they are today. So we do work on evolving and moving past things such as trauma. Oh, I love that question. There are a lot of great memories at NJCU, but I would have to say one of my favorites is when we co-sponsored with a number of departments like Residence Life and Campus Life a murder mystery. It was pretty fun. Over 115 people showed up. It was in the evening. Some of the peer educators dressed up. They practiced for weeks. They did this whole murder mystery kind of whodunit skit. And while people were eating, they had to kind of move along just like a regular murder mystery dinner would be. They had to figure out who done it. And we even had a mock little bar there, clearly mock. No drugs or alcohol allowed. And it was really fun to see everybody really get into it, connect with each other. We had teams. The dean came on out, the VP at the time. It was really just like a really great time. And then what like kind of tapped it all off is that the person that, or the thing that did it was alcohol. So that was pretty cool. I think every NJCU student should know that the folks that work here, like we're here because we're all about you, that we have your back. that I think most of the people that I know that have been here for some time genuinely care about our student body. That there's tons of people on campus that are willing to answer your questions, willing to figure out who can help you, whether it's in another office across the campus or whether you're needing help with housing. That people are here to listen to your problems, that you don't have to suffer in silence, that you don't have to suffer with whatever it is you're feeling. Lots of students come into this very office talking about anxiety, feeling depression. They don't want to talk about it like it's a bad word. And the reality is you're not alone in any way, shape, or form. There's students struggling with their identity, with their gender, with money, with finances, with trauma. And so we want to let you know that it's healthy, that it's normal, that it's natural, and that at least on behalf of Counseling Center, PEP, and the third floor, that we got you and we got your back. That's a good question and a difficult question because there's so many folks that have influenced who I am and what I do today. One of the people that I would want this generation to know, though, is Ruth King. I worked with her for a while when I lived out in California in the Bay Area, and I was really privileged to do some of her retreats and help her work on one of her books, which is called Healing Rage. Women Making Inner Peace Possible. And this isn't a shameless plug for her, but just to say that I think that the topic of anger and rage isn't talked about enough. I don't think that we talk about the icky feelings that folks don't want to feel on the inside. And she does a really beautiful job of helping us realize that rage or anger is really about deep-seated stuff that has happened to us in the past that we don't really want to talk about. And the best way that we can get through things is to heal them. So she's an African-American woman. She's a Buddhist. She's just really dope, and she has really great ideas. And her book is a super easy read, and it also has great techniques, such as like meditation, journal writing prompts, as well as affirmations that folks can say. I really think that her book is undervalued and underread. Well, number one, they're welcome to pass by anytime during office hours, and that's generally 8:30 in the morning or earlier, because Miss Veronica is always around, till about 5:30. And on many nights, we also are here until 7, like I am tonight. You can give us a call at 201-200-3165, or you can also email the Counseling Center or find us online, NJCU_counseling_center. And for PEP, it's PEP_Stogram. So please check us out on social media on Instagram as well. But feel free to walk in if you do feel like you're in need of some support and some services. You can do that. Or you can also head down to the PEP office, and that's G-Sub 327. Feel free to pop in anytime, Tuesday to Friday. We just changed our hours to Friday instead of Mondays. So students can come on by, help out in the office, have a little fun, pick an affirmation warm fuzzy card. And lastly, feel free to check out the LGBTQIA support group. You do have to identify somewhere along the LGBTQIA kaleidoscope, but that is on Tuesdays from 3 to 4:15. Roll through.